Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Stacy. I'm back. I'm not playing with y'all. I told y'all I'm gonna do this. And I'm trying, y'all. I'm just doing stuff at this point. But before I get into this video, I just want to say, first of all, please don't forget to thumbs up this video, leave your comments, hit that subscribe if you haven't already subscribed, and hit the notification bell so when I do upload that you will be able to get the notifications so you can, get on in on the conversations. And I just want to tell you all thus far, thank you. And like I said, if you're new here, welcome. I truly hope that you hear or see something that intrigues you and that compels you to keep coming back for more. So, with that being said, boy, I tell you this, I ain't gonna start. Y'all, the reason I always had this little pen in my hand, because it got the little stylus on there, and that, I can reach to the thing without having to keep doing stuff or moving around. But anyway, y'all, I just want to stop by. Really, this is kind of, I just want to say thank you. Because when I tell you, I have gotten such an overwhelming response from different ones, the emails and the inboxes. I got to remember to start putting my emails back in, my email addresses and all that stuff in the description box. Because again, I'm doing everything from memory, so I keep forgetting to do certain things. But I promise you, by the end of this, I'm gonna have this thing down packed again. But for those that do follow me on other social medias that have inboxed me and sent me messages, and I thank you for every input that I'm getting. Because I can't think of everything, I can't do everything, and it's wonderful when you have people backing you that see things or want to see things, and they're giving you help and information and trying to push you in and keeping you encouraged, because it does get a little deterred, you get deterred a little bit, but hey, you got to keep pushing. And I thank y'all for those that are really pushing me and rooting for me and encouraging me to stay on it. Like, I know y'all probably by the end of 30 days, y'all probably gonna be tired of me. But I got to do this. Y'all. It's imperative that I do this. But what I wanted to come on and say is that I'm so appreciative. There is two ladies that have they have channels. One is very big, and I know she ain't gonna mind me saying because I reached out to her, and it's so funny because I said, God, look at how the cycle. I remember, and I'm talking about y'all, KC Connections, sweet woman, as y'all know. Charlotte's very sweet, but I remember 4 years ago when I started YouTube, and she found me and was talking to me, and she reached out to me outside of this, and she hadn't even started her channel yet. And I remember I was encouraging her, and she was like, she really wanted to do it, but she was scared. I'm like, girl, don't be scared. Just step out, do it. Whatever it is you feel comfortable doing, just do it. One or two things gonna happen. Either it's gonna work for you or it's not. And I was like, but just remember, I told so many people this that would come to me and ask me, because I had to learn this the hard way. Didn't nobody tell me, so it was like a culture shock type of thing. But doing any type of social media where you're putting yourself out there like that, you got to have thick skin. But I remember, me and her used to message back and forth and stuff. And when I tell you, and this is my term of endearment when I call people things, that's no disrespect. This is how I talk, if you know me. I'm like, oh, Miss Thing is doing it. She doing it. When I tell you she has blown up, she is blown up. And I'm like, wow, look at her. It is so funny because I remember, and I shared that story because in the beginning, she came to me and was asking me stuff. And yesterday I reached out to her. I reached out to her and asked her some questions because I'm trying to learn how to navigate on other, like on Instagram, and how to put stuff up there because I don't really post on Instagram, and also want to get more active on my Facebook. It's just like, I'm like, I got to do everything I know to do. And I reached out to her, and of course, like, well, she might respond, some days. I know she's busy. She always putting out material, always doing stuff. And anybody that does any type of stuff like this, just being small, you got a lot of work to do. But as you get bigger, the workload get heavier. And so I wasn't expecting her to respond as quick as she did. And she did, and we was going back and forth, and she even was like, I don't know why I didn't think about this, and she did a voicemail to me. But she was very helpful in telling me, trying to walk me through it, on how to post and do the little snippet things on Instagram. And the truth is, I was so busy on yesterday trying to do other stuff that I didn't have time to do it, but I will do it today. But she really was walking me through it, and she even said, look, try. I was like, I'm going to try that. She was like, okay, and if it don't work, just let me know. I mean, we'll figure it out. Let me know what I can do to help. Anything I can do to help you, let me know. That meant a lot to me. And I appreciate it because she's very busy, and I respect that, and I love that she's doing her thing. And I'm like, it's amazing how things are, and I love it. And I'm like, I admire her and her hard work, and what she does is just beautiful inside and out. And then there's Shawnee Face. Shawnee Face again, met her through YouTube, and she ended up inboxing me. She has a channel as well, Shawnee Face. She ended up inboxing me saying, I got something I want to share with you. And she, so we been talking back and forth. And the fact, and I'm saying this because it was some other things that she was sharing, asking me that I know about. Then she want me to look into them, and she'll help me. She gonna call me later, and then we're gonna chop it up and go through the steps or whatever. And I'm sitting here like, and I don't want to get emotional because I feel myself about to get emotional, because people don't understand. Folks don't have to help you. People don't have to share information with you. So when people take out the time, or they think enough about you to say, hey, let me inbox so-and-so and tell them about this, or I got this wonderful opportunity, or I got this information, I want to share it with as many people as I know. People don't have to do that. So when someone think enough of me to want to share information, or if I ask a question, you honestly and openly answer, and you don't have answer me, you really help, and then you're pushing and encouraging, that means a lot to me. Because with the way things are, everybody feel like they're in competition. And I'm gonna tell you, this used to be my thing when it came to doing nails. I've been doing nails since Tika was 2 years old. Tika is 31 now. And with that, Tika so that's what, 29 years I've been in the nail industry. And I'm not a teacher, but I try to talk. I'm like, hey, if you can look and pay attention and catch on, and then you try to do it. And I've always tried to help people. Any type of products. That's why I said I'm going to start doing different things, because when I find something that works for me, and let me tell y'all something, I'm a bargain shopper. I don't like wasting my money because I work too hard for it, and when I find something that works for me and I know it can help other people, I'm forever sharing information. So although I'm like that, it blesses my socks off when people do that for me. When you learning something, I didn't even, I don't know what you say, hey, let me share this with Stacy. And then you go and inbox me. So and then, or if I ask you something and you honestly and openly help me, and you do it, and you're really trying to be helpful, God knows I appreciate that. So I wanted to take this time in this video to tell KC Connections as well as Shiny Face, I thank you, ladies. Y'all are wonderful women. Y'all know that. You know, from me, y'all, and never met in person, neither one of them, but just from the conversations and the dialogues that we've had over the years, I greatly appreciate you. And I'm gonna be calling on. I don't want to aggravate nobody or get on nobody's nerves. But one thing about me, if I don't understand something or I don't know how to do something, I'm not too proud to ask for help. I've never been that person. It might take me a minute because I have to work up the nerve, because I don't like to be turned down or rejected. So if I think that you might be a little hesitant or withhold something, I don't even bother. Or I might, if I ask, trust me, if I come to you and ask you for something, I really need it, because I really try to figure things out on my own. Or a lot of times that's why I just go without, because I don't like being rejected. I mean, let's just call it for what it is. But I just want to tell you ladies, thank you. I greatly appreciate it, even down to my wonderful love, and I say loved ones because y'all are my loved ones, with the comments, with the encouragements, and speaking life, because that's what you do when you're encouraging people and you're saying positive things. You're speaking life over them. So the fact that people are speaking life, I try to, that's what I do when I try to do these videos or just having conversation. I try to speak life into people and over people, and speak life into dead situations, because somebody had to do it for me, and I'm looking at it happening all over again. There are some areas in my life that I have allowed to die for whatever reason, but I'm looking at how things are happening, how people are in place to speak life back over me and into me. And I'm so thankful for that. I don't take nothing for granted. And I'm very appreciative. Because I know people don't have to do nothing for you. People don't have to be nice. Most people are not nice anymore. Folks sure enough don't have to think about you. But for someone to take the time out of what they got going on and say, oh, I think this can benefit Stacy. Well, I think this can help Stacy. Let me reach out and tell Stacy about this. That does something for me. It makes me want to do better. Because see, when you know you got people that are rooting for you, when you got people that are in your corner being your cheerleaders, and they literally are pushing you, it make you want to do better. And I want to do better. I want to be better. I want to be in better. I want to be better than I was yesterday and the day before and a year ago. I want to get better and be better. And right now, I'm going to be honest, and this is a transparent moment for me. I feel like I backtracked, and now I'm having to start all over. And it's okay, because there's some lessons that I have this time, and some knowledge and some wisdom that I got this time around that I didn't have before. So it's okay. But the thing is, like my grandmother used to always say to me, when you know better, do better. So I'm at this point of I know better. So yes, I am going to do better. I am. And sometimes you have to be taken out of your element. And I'm out of my element right now. I'm out of my element by me stepping completely out on faith and leaving my comfort zone and leaving the way I grew up, where I know I can navigate, don't even have to think about it, just go. And then coming to a whole new city, a whole new place where I don't know but two people that initially, and now I know their children. Let me tell you something. You got to have a nerves of steel when you're not used to it. If you're used to, I've never lived anywhere that far. I've never lived, no, 3 hours and 30 minutes. I've never lived more than 40 minutes away from my mama. My children, of course, was always with me, but I've never lived this far away from my children. I am 3.5 hours away from my children, my grandchildren, and my mother. That is so, that's unheard of. That's very new for me. I've never, this was a big step, but I'm so glad. Oh my God, I can't tell y'all how glad I am that I made this move. Yes, it's different, but it's a good different, because I am a creature of habit, and to have to being taken out of my element and put into a different element, and you got to adapt and make things work, and you got to slow down, and you got to figure this thing out as you go. But one thing about it, where there's a will, there's a way. It's doable. It's being done. When I tell you, I know I'm not the first one to do it, but this is the first time for me. So that's the difference. And when I tell you, I'm so glad that I made this move. And because this move is what has prompted me to get back on track with my YouTube, because I'm like, now I'm in the element where I got to do something. And I'm like, you've been wanting to do this. And see, that's the thing with me. I can want to really do something, but scared to make the move. And it never fails. Every time that I've had to make big leaps in my life, it's almost like God had to force me. And that's just being real. Had to force me to do it, because it's like, this is, I want to grow, but this is comfortable. So I don't want to mess with the comfort. This is my comfort zone. This is where I feel safe. And so I don't want to move. I don't want nothing to interfere with that. But I can't grow. And every time that I have needed to step out of my comfort zone, and I wouldn't, and God would give me opportunity after opportunity to do it, and I wouldn't do it, then something would happen, and I had to just jump, just leap. And then it's like, wow, you should have been doing this. Or, whew, that was the hard part, was stepping out. Now that I'm out here, hey, now I got to figure this thing out. And that's where I'm at now. And I'm so glad, because I needed something to push me, because ever since I started doing YouTube, I'm like, I really love the sitting down and the talking. And the fact that I'm able to do that now, and it's like, do it. You got all the time in the world. Do it. Now it's like, oh, now I'm finna do it. And I'm happy, and I'm thankful, and I'm appreciative. So I just want to stop by and say, you know what? Stepping out of comfort zones, asking for help or getting help, you never know what's in store until you step out there. So I'm so glad, and I just want to yet again say to Casey as well as to Shani, because those are the names that they use on YouTube. KC Connections, Shani Face. I want to say thank you yet again, because you could have been too busy to help little old Stacy, but you didn't. You took your time out. You helped me, and you're willing to continue, and you've left the door open. Like, if you need something else, just reach out. And I'm so thankful for that. I thank each and every one of my subscribers that has been commenting, and I'm saying my loved ones. Let me stop saying subscribers. My loved ones, my BSSTs. I greatly appreciate all of the encouragement, the motivations, and like I said, speaking the words back into me, speaking life back into dead situations. And for those that I know that are whether you stand in the background or not, and not even saying anything, but I know you're rooting for me. I know you're praying for me. I thank you. Just know that I appreciate every little thing that all of you are doing. And I don't want to wear y'all out, but I want to wear y'all out. So with that being said, y'all, I love y'all. I thank y'all so much for being who y'all are to my life, in my life, and to me. And I thank you for loving on me, supporting me, and pushing me. So until tomorrow, love you guys. And y'all, don't forget to please thumbs up this video, share it, leave your comments, and I will see you next time. Bye.